now going from deep, and that's in for three. Buffalo's back within one. There's Robinson, open right wing three, knocked it down. Second tray of the game for the Buffaloes. They think you might need a break or two, and right now that shooting is not where Stanford wants it. Jang, that's where she wants it. Buffaloes have three.
Back in the Buffalo Stampede, talking women's basketball on Voice of the Buffs, Mark Johnson. First time we've had Alex Earl, I think, on the program.
Yeah, I think so.
We should have like confetti or something called.
Totally,
for the first
totally.
time. Buffs coming off a couple of losses over the weekend. Stanford Cal here at the CU Event Center. I want to go back to that Stanford game last Friday night. Short-handed. How many players total? Did you have 7 or 8 players?
We had 8.
8?
We
okay.
had a solid 8. Yeah, we were battling.
What an effort, though, by the Buffs in that
Yeah, we were battling some injuries, sorry. And obviously people had to step up. And we did that, actually.
Right.
We battled with number 5 Stanford that entire game. They were actually 0 for 13 from the 3 in the first half, which was really funny.
Right.
It was awesome.
And then they went on a streak.
And then they went on a streak in the second half, obviously. But it was really good. It was good.
It says something, though, about being shorthanded, kind of the intestinal fortitude of this team a little bit, and then overcoming some of the liabilities with players not playing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we have such a young team, so much potential, and obviously the injuries don't help. So, but we'll get there. We're getting healed.
You know, we've seen that on the men's side as well, with the point guard going down, with McKinley not being out there for a game and a half or something.
I saw
and
that.
the same thing with your team, with Kennedy not being out there.
Right.
I mean, you take that leader, one of the great players in the program's history, the quarterback, if you will, on the court.
Yeah.
That's tough to overcome.
It is. I mean, we can start with Aubrey Knight, who is she's a huge impact on our team from a rebounding standpoint, a defensive standpoint, all of those things. We lost her, and then Ken is huge. I mean, she's exactly what you said. She's our quarterback. She calms us down. She gets us into sets. She's obviously a great player on top of those things. So, yeah, and then Peanut sat out our Stanford game as well.
Right.
So she was a starter as well. So yeah, it was a tough weekend for us.
One of the things we all, of course, loved about Kennedy, having her on the program and on the radio show and different things, she's a gym rat. She loves this game.
She does.
I would imagine as a staff, you got to kind of come alongside her a little bit now that she's missing basketball.
Yeah, we have to remind her that she needs to stay off her foot.
Right.
So it's funny that she does have a scooter, but she'll be up walking around trying to get shots up. We're like, Ken, sit down, get off your foot. So yeah, she's a gym rat, and it's tough for her to sit still. But she's getting better.
Sela has done a nice job.
She has,
hasn't she?
Yeah, she has. She's being more aggressive. So Coach Shan has been talking to her a ton about be aggressive, get to the basket, shoot the ball, do those things. Because she came in kind of timid at first, you know, but she's settling down and she's doing really well. This was a great weekend for her.
All right, as a member of the staff, kind of what's your role? What are your responsibilities?
So I'm one of the assistant coaches. I kind of do a little bit of everything. Okay. So a little on the floor, obviously, the coaching part, a little recruiting, some behind-the-scenes stuff, academics, admissions, all that good stuff.
Being that you played relatively recently, you know, with Kim English, you get out there with the guys every once in a while. You get back out there and mix it up a little bit?
Yeah, Coach Shan and I do, too.
All right.
Yeah, both of us. And it's fun.
All right.
We have some practice guys.
And you can still hold your own?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I hope so.
More with Alex in just a moment as the Buffs get set, of course, this weekend to jump back on the road, that is. They're heading up to take on the Oregon schools. Right now we step aside. How about this one here? We've got a golfer, Kirsty Hodgkins, who was in Disney running a marathon. I know it doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's a great story.
In January, I did the Dopey Challenge, which is run by Walt Disney. It's a 5K, a 10K, a half, and then a full, 4 consecutive days. The 5 and the 10, like they're pretty chill. Halfway during the half, the legs started hurting. Just starting the full, it was painful from beginning to end. It was crazy. So I'd never done a Disney event before, and they have characters lining the streets. You run through the Disney castle, all of the parks. It's pretty cool. So I did it with my sister, and we always see photos from the Disney Marathon of people completing the Dopey Challenge. And we were like, this is probably the only time we're gonna do it. We're both in America. Let's go do it. Definitely don't want to do it again, but that may change. I mean, I've already signed up for my next half marathon, so it probably won't be long before the full comes along.
Golfer in Disney running a marathon. Ever run a marathon?
No.
No, do you want to run a marathon?
No, I do not.
You're running up and down the court. That's enough for Alex. We continue, by the way, the Buffs on the road now, trying to snap this 8-game losing streak. Boy, not going to be easy this week. You got a Friday night game at Oregon State, and then Sunday at Oregon, both top 15 teams.
Yeah, and they're both actually, Coach Jay was talking about them a little bit earlier today. They are very similar. Both really big, strong, and can shoot the ball.
Yeah.
So it's going to be tough.
Great challenge. Now, with a team like this, going through this kind of circumstance, you got to kind of massage this team and kind of keep them positive and understanding what they're working towards, right?
Yeah. We've been watching a lot of film, learning, because we are so young. It's stuff that's under our control, some of the mistakes that we're making, but we'll give them a run for their money.
Under the circumstances, you rely upon an older player like Alexis Robinson when you're having stretches like this?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Just because she's more experienced. Her and Quinessa, Kayla Doe, they're both more of the vocal leaders as well as on the floor. So a lot of our younger kids kind of follow in their footsteps and their energy for games. So definitely.
Well, good luck this weekend, and for the first time, nice try.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Come
that
back
was fun.
anytime. Assistant coach Alex Earl with the CU women. They're on the road against the Oregon schools this weekend.